Well, today is a regular work day, but just got a call from Florida Central Coast. They're going to be by to pick up the BX tractor so that they can service it. So I got to pull the bucket off of it and drive it around just so it's ready when they show up. They're going to be here within an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and this has got the quick steer or quick attach levers. That one didn't quite go all the way. Usually they work really well, but sometimes, there we go. Now it's all the way up. I should probably learn to take a tripod to do these. But with that released, now all I got to do is kind of tip the bucket a little bit, set it down, and off it comes. Back up a little bit. Pull that up so I don't pull a trench of dirt, not like I've ever done that before. Alright, so there it sits, waiting for Central Coast to come out and pick it up. So they'll come down the driveway. By the way, our driveway is 326 feet long. It's a football field. Kind of weird watching my tractor drive itself down the driveway, but hopefully this is Florida Coast picking it up. I'll go down and make sure for sure. But I can't think of anybody else in this area who would want to run off with my tractor. There he goes. Loading her up. Getting ready to go out for service. And it's a Florida Coast truck, so that's a good sign. Alright, what's this afternoon's project? It's just after finishing up work. So we've got a bunch of muscadine growing up on the fence, right around where we cleared some other, well, quite a bit of it from off of our side, but now there's still a little bit of stragglers up on the fence. That oak tree had a lot of it. You can see where we kind of cleared and made a mess of the lawn where it's now just dirt. But I want to go see if I can clear up some of the stuff that's started growing again after the rains, and once I get that cleaned up, I'm going to see if I can get my neighbor's permission, drive the tractor over on their side and pull up the crowns and some of that so that we don't get this muscadine growing back up. They may like it, I don't know. I haven't talked to Gloria and her husband. I think it's just on. But that's my project for the afternoon. Give you a little bit better idea of what I'm dealing with. All of this in and amongst that, hopefully you can see the fence, but there's just a bunch of this stuff growing up across this, and it's really yanking on the fence pretty good. So I'm going to try and clear up as much of that as I can. And there's the farm truck, and off in the distance, yeah, this is actually day 2. Cody mowing the lawn now, so he did the south side of the driveway. Today's the north side of the driveway. And I did the backyard at lunchtime today. So that was fun. Well, been fun. I got some of this, well, most of it done. Kind of hard to see the grander picture as you look at the fence, but pretty much cleaned everything off of this side of the fence. And now I've just got to ask permission to go on the other side and kind of pull some of that back. I think there's only one crown for the muscadine, and then there's a bunch of suckers or shoots or whatever for the greenbrier. Got some of the tree trimmed up. I need to trim that oak. It's down there a ways, up off the ground a little bit, so it's easier to tell if things are shooting up and trying to get at it. So the next section would be this one. See if I can get that. I'm not going to try and get all of this stuff off of the fence, but I want to trim because those are essentially those are oak trees, live oaks. I want to get them trimmed up, and that's all suckers on the ground. So I want to get the suckers trimmed up so that they're It's easier to see the fence and easier to tell if things are climbing up the fence to get into stuff, but it's never ending. Once I get the tractor back, I'll be able to rake some of this debris up a little bit better. And if anybody has any tips on hauling this stuff away or getting the forestry service to come out and give me an account so I can do burns, that would be awesome. I guess I got to just keep nagging them. Anyway, I think I'm going to call that a day unless I find something else. All right, so I did have one other thing I wanted to do. I'm going to grab my, been using this Ryobi electric chainsaw. I think it's one of their higher end. It's the 40 volt chainsaw. This, I think these are cedars. I'm not really sure. They had a really big muscadine vine growing up them. I don't know if you can see it right there. Yeah, there it is. There's another one. Yeah, right there. I can get everything in the shot. So I cut those a while ago, so that's been dying off. But well, here you can see this part here. This is like a whole trunk that has kind of died. And I'm not really sure if the whole tree's diseased or if I can just cut these. See, it's a kind of a multi-trunk based trees. So I'm going to see if I can't cut the ones that look really dead all the way up. And, oh yeah, here's a good example you can see of some of that muscadine that I cut earlier. But I think one or two of these just looks really dead, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can cut those out, see if it makes this tree any healthier or if we end up losing the whole trees. It seems like when I opened this up, I annoyed the red ants. So they must have, I wonder if that's what's causing this issue, is we got red ants in these. Yeah, well, you know, just me taking a minute to try and cut these dead limbs off of a tree. It just kind of amplifies. Work out here just kind of snowballs. You start to do one thing and you think, oh, I'll just trim a couple of dead limbs. Find out there's a fire ant, house, whatever you call them, inside a tree that may be causing problems. But you know, I'm still new to all this. I'm still trying to learn. So, but it's kind of learned by experience. But it's all right. It's awesome out here. The weather was absolutely beautiful today. So I'm really glad I got an opportunity. One of the things I didn't get on camera that I'm kind of kicking myself for, when they picked up my tractor, the Kubota tractor for service this morning, as the driver's getting ready to leave, see if I can spin around so you can see. So we were, you know, kind of up at the driveway here, and the truck was in front there on the street, right about over here, just at our fence line, kind of where I was pulling all that muscadine and stuff off the fence. About 5 female deer, 5 does, scurried under the front fence, and they made their way all along the edge here of the property. They tend to go out into my forest and then head back into, there's 1,200 acres of farm preserve behind us. So they've got a huge area where they can go and roam around. So anyway, I wish I'd caught that on video. There's so many things that happen around here that I don't quite have my camera ready for. But nature happens out here, I'll tell you. From fire ants to does. Here's Thor. He was just hanging out watching me put stuff away. I was cleaning up the sweeper and cleaning off the lawnmower. But there he goes. He hangs out outside. Not a very good helper, but really observant and good listener. Kind of ironic that they're right in front of the shooting range, huh?
No more nuts. not gonna hunt them.
No, I don't plan on it. It's fun just watching them though. Everyone seems to be interested in that deer bush. Oh, there's another one over there. About 4. Oh, that's the muscadine they're eating. That's okay. They can eat all the muscadine they want. This one seems to just be intent on seeing me and wondering what I'm up to. Yeah, deer. Hi guys. Oh, sorry, girls. What doing? And now they're gonna head down a center trail. Figured I'd scare them off. That's okay. At least I made a nice trail for them to head down. Yeah. Hey Loki, how you doing? Getting up and ready. And Loki is being affectionate because he's going to get fed. I'm getting ready to go to men's group at Discovery Church, then off to the office. Let's see if Thor's awake. Yep. Hi. What you doing? No. You ready for some food? Well, lead the way. I'll keep this food dish over here. Oh, and you're out of water too. All right, I'll have to get you some water. Yes, I know. There you go. Let me grab your water dish and we'll get you some water. Anyway, good times. You enjoy. So, most of the time, these guys get along really well when there's a piece of screen between them. They'll hang out. Remove that screen, put them in a house, not so much. Loki's a little jealous of his space. Thor, the one on the outside, is actually the original owner, if you want to put it that way, of this house. He's lived here longer, just been abandoned. But we're working towards getting these guys together so they can hang out and have fun. Alright, so we got all the way trim around that window. Hopefully when it dries, it'll look a little bit better. And over on the other side, same thing. Although I did finally find out that we have several different cans of gray. I'm hoping that they're all similar enough, but I'll try to still put the scaffold away. But, yep, off to get the mail. Alright, so new toys showed up, and the pool guy, he's here. So we're going to unload that. I got to switch over to pallet forks and get the rotary mower and the rake. Woohoo! So we got the new grapple. I am excited because it looks like all 3 functions work. So I can, that's the curl, right? The boom and grapple. But it looks like I can do all 3 at the same time. I don't know if that was clear on how that worked, but here we go. So I was of the impression that I might have lost one of the functions as a diverter valve, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm excited. Well, I'm out for a morning walk and just trying to scope out the work I did and the work I have to do. Saturday we have the forestry service coming out to do an inspection so I can start doing burns. So that's good because I've got some pretty good sized pile of stuff to burn there. And then we have the one down at the other end that's mostly vines that I need to burn. See how long this takes. They only let me have an 8x8 pile at a time, so I have about 50 8x8 piles to burn, so that'll be fun. This is the area I was trying to clear that palmetto out from that I'm kind of scoping out. There's one more palmetto here and there's a couple others that I need to get rid of, but hopefully then I can start using the new landscape rake and kind of getting all the debris out of here and, I don't know, get grass growing. Not sure. What do you guys think? A little bit more cleanup before the rains come and for this weekend. Got a lot going on. Actually, it's Good Friday, and it will be Easter Sunday coming up very soon. So I'm going to hop on the tractor, go over and see if I can clean up some more stuff. Way off in the distance, I have created a pile, just about next to this tree here. That will be the burn pile. Hopefully the Forestry Service will come out tomorrow and let me get that approved so I can start burning stuff. I got a lot to burn, but right now I want to finish cleaning up the palmetto in that one area of the property and kind of do this zone by zone. So, good times. Got a lot going on today, I think, hope. Ranger's going to come by from the Forestry Service, inspect that pile, make sure I'm ready. I got a hose out there. I got to get the tractor fueled up and bring it around. Walking out right now to take the mail out to the mailbox. Yes, it's a football field length driveway, but that's all good. Keeps us a little more isolated from folks. Once I get the burn permit going, I've got a pile off there in the corner that I need to start burning, and then the one of palmetto that I created. We'll see how long it takes in little 8x8 increments to get through everything, but we'll see. Aw, and there's Thor out this morning. All right, well, I got to get the tractor out, get that started, and get it fueled, and then see if I can make a little bit larger swath of clear space around the fire pit. Then, hopefully, let's see, what time is it? It is 8:42, so in about a half hour the Ranger will be here. Truck on over here to the chicken run, fire up this tractor. Find the key. Alrighty. Love the sound of diesel in the morning. Alright, safety first. Get the ROPS deployed. It stands for Rollover Protection System. I can't wait until we have the shop where I don't have to put that thing down every day. That will be fabulous. Because it's a little fiddly to get these pins in, but not too bad. All right, let's roll over to the gas station. Didn't have to go too far for that. Excuse me, my throat's messed up this morning. All right, see if I can get my shed door open. In here, we have a shaker siphon hose and an empty 5-gallon can. Don't want to use that one. Let's use the full one. I was watching a channel and they gave me a great idea. Get all this debris out of the way. On fueling a tractor. I used to have to balance this stupid thing, trying to get the button held and all that on these new fancy gas cans. Come to find out, I can just use a shaker hose. Set that in there. Get that going, and well, I got to get it in the fuel, I guess. Come on, there we go, nice and solid. Oh, why are you quitting? Oh, maybe I don't have it low enough. Low enough in the gas tank? Well, it's just being fiddly with me. Looks like we got some. Oh, the Ranger's here already. Well, that's a blessing. That means I should probably stop fueling. Oh, come on. Of course, now I'm going to smell like diesel. All right. Spin this thing around and see what we got going. And there he is. Alrighty, so we're going to go inspect. Well, that was easy. They gave me a clean bill of health. So he's headed out. And I'll go ahead and finish fueling the tractor. And sitting about 20 minutes, I should be able to burn. He was all excited and happy, so good. We can start getting rid of this trash. All right, we're gonna give this a shot. Got a little bit of paraffin lamp oil and a lighter. Let's see if we can get this party going. I stockpiled a little bit of extra back behind us there. Hopefully that'll let me keep feeding this thing a little bit. I'll just plop a little bit of that on there like that. Give it a spark. And hopefully this stuff is dry enough to catch. And it looks like it is. Sweet. Let me set this flammable stuff out of the way. Got my trusty fire hose hooked up to the well, so if things go sideways I can fix that. And my Smokey the Bear shovel. I picked a street shovel because usually I just end up catching the grass on fire, and I just need to kind of swipe at it. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that'll be my day. Taking the tractor, circling around, throwing another pile on there, and seeing if I can get this this brush pile to go away. That would be fabulous. Starting off a little slower than I thought. I put a little bit more on top. We'll see how this progresses. I'm realizing the pile I'm pulling from over there has a lot of dirt in it. So I'm gonna sift it to make sure I'm not throwing a bunch of dirt on my fire pit. But I think I should be able to get rid of all the vines today and make a dent in the palmetto pile. Fingers crossed. It does mean closer. All right, so we're gonna try and burn up all this stuff. Karen's gonna be out here on fire patrol while I run laps and try and bring more stuff over to throw on the pile. But
it's going to be a slow burn. As you can see, a lot of it was probably still wet. We did have a storm that came through yesterday, kind of late afternoon, evening.
Dumped about a half inch in an hour.
Yeah, that was that was pretty amazing considering we come from California where we get a spit once a year.
Yeah.
So this is, I love it. I really do. I really like it. So.
Well, the Spanish moss looks like it's going up, and some of the others, it's smoking bad.
It is
Morgan.
smoking.
Morgan and Mike are getting it.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I've been having some trouble keeping this burning. I think I put too much dirt in with my junk. But one of the things that we did get is our tortoise friend decided to come out and say hi. He's a little camera shy. I think we've got about 3 gopher tortoises that live in the area. I don't know where he's headed though. That's not his normal path. But yeah, he just kind of lumbers along. Normally he's up about 200 feet ahead of where he's at. But yeah, looks like he's going to just dive in right there. Or maybe he can't figure out where he wants to go. Anyway, that's our gopher tortoise. And that's our fire that's smoldering. Well, I'm super happy. Let's see, this is an oak. The one that I planted here the other day with my cousin. It is actually doing really well. Starting to leaf out really good. It's right next to my pile, which moved around a little bit, but this is what we ended up with. Some of this palmetto just would not burn. It smoldered for quite a while. I think it's either got to dry out some more. I'm not sure. To me, it seems like the outside of it caramelizes, sort of, and kind of sets up this protection against burning. So maybe it's got to dry out a little bit more. But anyway, that's that. I got to clean that up, rake this stuff out a little bit, and probably try again in a week or 2 to burn some more of the palmetto off there in the distance. Well, the good news is most of that pile is gone. What's left is kind of some wet, sandy, dirty, if you will, roots and other stuff that we found out doesn't really burn all that great unless you have a hot fire. And we couldn't keep our fire very hot because got a little bit of the palmetto burned, but it doesn't burn really hot either after the frou-frou fuzzy stuff burns off. Excuse me. So that's where you are. And yeah, I thought, kind of left that fire, went and had dinner, watered around so that it wouldn't spread anywhere. But man, those logs are just kind of smoldering away. Following the masses to do a cast preview of Guardians. It seems Cosmic Rewind is 101. Disney speaks for currently down. It's been down for an hour. And the line is getting fairly long. So we'll see how this goes. Yes, entrance would be there. Tell you, with cast members here, it's like Photo Bomb Central. Anyway, there's the ship. Ooh, and the monorail. So, it was actually very fun. Drifting roller coaster is my best description, but it's awesome. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the backside of a spaceship. Disneyland still has it better with the backside of water, but you know, they do what they can.